Hello everyone. You have understood so far construction of Ogive by more than method and by less than method. Now we shall combine both more than and less than method and then construct an Ogive. Let us understand how is it done. To understand the construction of Ogive by more than and less than method in a combined manner, we need to take the same illustration, that is about marks obtained by students given in class intervals beginning from 0 to 10 till 40 to 50 and number of students as 5, 10, 12, 16 and 7. So you need to convert cumulative frequencies by more than method. This we have already done, and we have found that more than 0 marks are obtained by 50 students, more than 10 marks are obtained by 45 students, more than 20 marks are obtained by 35 students, more than 30 marks are obtained by 23 students, and more than 40 marks are obtained by 7 students. Similarly, one can find cumulative frequency by less than method. This has also been done earlier, and we found that less than 10 marks are obtained by 5 students, less than 20 marks are obtained by 15 students, less than 30 marks are obtained by 27 students, less than 40 marks are obtained by 43 students, and less than 50 marks are obtained by 50 students. Now we can combine both the methods in a tabular form, and we can name them as points A, B, C, D and E for more than Ogive graph, which represents the values of 0 to 50, 10 and 45, 20 and 35, 30 and 23 and 40 and 7. And less than method, the points are F, G, H, I and J, representing values 10 and 5, 20 and 15, 30 and 27, 40 and 43, 50 and 50. Now you need to select the variables for X and Y axis, and it is known that independent variables, that is marks obtained by students, are represented on X-axis and dependent variable, that is number of students, on Y-axis. Next is to decide for the scales. It is assumed that for X-axis 10 marks is represented by 10 millimeters shown by A on X-axis, and 10 students are represented by 10 millimeters shown by A dash on Y-axis. Next is to decide for the length of X-axis, which will be scale length divided by scale variable value into maximum variable value plus end margin, and that makes it 60 millimeters or 6 centimeters. This we have done earlier also. Similarly for Y-axis, and we find that for Y-axis, scale length divided by scale dependent variable value into maximum dependent variable value plus end margin also gives us 60 millimeters or 6 centimeters. So length of X-axis as well as Y-axis would be 6 centimeters each. Then next is you need to take a graph paper and have a point 0 near the left side of the graph paper at such a location that both axes gets accommodated. So you draw a line equivalent to 6 centimeters as OX, that is marks obtained by students, and 6 centimeters as OY, that is number of students on Y-axis. Then you need to mark the variables on X-axis, and scale for X-axis is known, that is 10 marks is equivalent to 10 millimeters. So first point, which is 10, would be at a distance of 10 millimeters from 0, and then at 20 millimeters distance for 20 marks, and so on, mark it till 50. So is the case with Y-axis. Begin with 10 millimeters distance to have a mark as 10 students, and then at 20 millimeters distance 20 students, and so on, mark till 50 students. Then you need to plot the graph, coordinate the points, as given here. Point A represents 0 of x and 50 of y. Point B represents 10 of x and 45 of y. Point C represents 20 of x and 35 of y. Point D represents 30 of x and 23 of y. Point E represents 40 of x and 7 of y. By joining all these points, that is A, B, C, D, and E, one gets more than Ogive curve, which is downward sloping. Similarly, one can plot less than Ogive graph by coordinating the points. 10 and 5 represents point F, 20 and 5 represents point G, 30 and 27 represents point H, 40 and 43 represents point I, 50 and 50 represents point J. So by joining these points F, G, H, I, and J, one gets less than Ogive curve, which is upward sloping. And finally, one can combine both, and one can plot more than Ogive by the points as given. One can plot less than Ogive as per the points given, and one finds that more than Ogive being downward sloping and less than Ogive being upward sloping both intersect at a point which is point H on less than Ogive or point D on more than Ogive. I hope you have understood the construction of cumulative frequency graph by less than method, by more than method, and by combining both the methods. With this discussion comes to an end, and next time we shall discuss time series graph comprising one variable. Till then, keep learning and keep practicing. Thank you. To learn more, visit our website and enroll in our courses to master economics and get a higher score in CBSE and CUET examination. With our current introductory offer, you can enroll in each of the courses for just Rs 999. So, seize the opportunity and join before the introductory offer expires. Like, share and subscribe to ECOSTUDYS channel. Also, drop a comment. See you in the next session for another concept. Thank you.